Today, I am sharing a heartwarming story about an overworked foreign caregiver who inspired her to start her own online business. This story perfectly shows how hard work and determination can lead to success. Meet this amazing woman who worked back-to-back in healthcare for 16 years until she found the courage to start an online business. She started to chase her dreams at young 20-ish soon after she completed the Bachelor of Science in Commerce from a prestigious Catholic school for girls. Coming from a big but humble family, her parent cannot afford to send her to college. Her parent told her that because of their financial situation, 3 more older sisters, and for younger brothers, she would not continue her college education. But she was so hard-headed that she could not accept her parents' decision. Through her strong mind and big dream, she went to different institutions and took a series of exams to get college scholarships. She was lucky to pass the scholarship in one of the prestigious Catholic schools for girls. She was smart enough that the college scholarships paid her tuition fees and books. Blessed with a brain and determination to complete her education, she dedicated hours of study and refrained from hanging around from peers of her age. She refrained from partying. Her world was schooling, and if she was not in school, she was helping her parents sell noodles on the street. Her mom and dad sell noodles for a living. Since she was small until she grew up, she always tagged along with her mom and dad while selling noodles. She is well disciplined and does not mind missing out on friends as her focus is her education and helping her parents to raise her 4 brothers and 3 sisters. Soon after she graduated, her sister who was working abroad as a caregiver helped her work abroad as a sitter and housekeeper. She was very excited when her papers were approved. Everything was happening fast. She arrived in a foreign country and started her first job as a nanny and housekeeper. Never did she think that it was also the beginning of her life alone as a foreign worker. Although she had one sponsored employer, her service was shared by 3 households: her employer, her sister's employer, and her employer's mother. The poor young girl worked hard and endured loneliness in her new home. She was a good worker and her employer was proud of her and reassured her that she was doing well. But she missed her family a lot. There were times that she would just cry and feel homesick. After 3 months of working in a foreign country, her employer told her she would go home to the Philippines because her employer lost her job. Devastated by this news, she felt that her world was crushed. As she did not want to go home without the money she wanted to earn to help her family, so she negotiated that she did not want to go back home, but would work for the family without pay until she could find a new employer. The employer agreed but made it difficult for her to find an employer. The employer stopped her from going out to meet other people and stopped giving her days off. Her life situation became uncertain. Each day and night, she prayed hard for help. Although she was not allowed to meet other people, she was allowed to use the phone. And that's how her friend was able to help her find an employer. Through a friend's help, she was hired by the new employer. After 2 weeks of processing the papers, she moved out to a new employer. The new employer treated her as part of the family and helped her immigrate to Canada. In Canada, she found a new life. She also started as a caregiver and housekeeper and worked for about 4 years. In 1993, she was entitled to apply for immigrant status and she started to put herself to school. While schooling, she completed a healthcare worker certificate. While working as a healthcare worker, she continued her schooling and completed nursing. This career gave her the opportunity to even work harder. She then took multiple jobs in healthcare as a mental health care worker and as a pediatric nurse in order to support her family in the Philippines and build her own family in Canada. In 1989, she got married and became a mother to 2 beautiful kids. Although she worked hard and juggled between jobs, her salary was good enough to pay for bills for multiple households. As she reached middle age, she married and became a mother of two beautiful children. Her life was beautiful. She was content on working hard but dreaming for her children's better life, and wishing that she could earn more so she can travel home with her family in the Philippines for her mom and dad to see her family. Years passed, and her children had grown, but she could not travel home to see her family in the Philippines. As she grew older and her family grew, her need to earn more to support multiple households became even more challenging. Unfortunately, the nature of her job was very stressful. In the year 2019, when the world locked down, she experienced a high level of anxiety related to stress at work. She felt even more emotionally beaten, feeling the burden of neglecting her health, losing family time, and having no time for relationships. She was starting to fear for her job. She was starting to worry about what would happen if she could no longer work. She feels the pressure of health and letting go of her stressful job, but does not know what to do. One day, in December 2019, she received a call from her sister that her mom, who lives in the Philippines, was in the hospital. She, who was already suffering from stress and anxiety, who was also losing work hours due to health issues, felt her world just crushed. She wished she could grow wings and fly home to be with her mom. She wanted to go back home to take care of her sick mom, but she could not. She could not afford to pay for the airt ticket and also pay for all of the big medical bills. And that is how she realized that she needed to do something. She did not know what to do or how to do it, but knew that thousands of people were earning online. She started exploring the possibility of earning online. In the year 2021, she started dropshipping. Unfortunately, she was not tech-savvy and she did not have help from people who were experts in dropshipping. Whenever she needed help, she needed to pay professional fees. And she realized that the internet business is very expensive and it's very hard to crack. In spite of challenges, she continued to research and invest in educating herself in internet courses. She attended many Zoom meetings. She registered in a few booth camps. She paid for courses and put effort into learning the internet space. It was all through her own initiative. By the year 2022, she finally hit rock bottom. Her hard work exploring the internet world was failing. She was running out of resources, wasted time and effort, and was not able to crack the internet space. Her mother in the Philippines was in and out of the hospital, and she was finding that she was near the end of her rope. There was no hope, her world was getting smaller, and her option to earn online was becoming impossible. She was so low, her health continues to go down the hill. Her desire to return home to be with her mom became stronger, and she knew her time was running out. But that's not where her story ends. This woman's life changed for the better when she used her newfound knowledge to search the internet for a legitimate business. The knowledge she gained from her own research landed her in a legitimate global business community. With her self-learned strategies, she was able to find a legitimate business and connect to the real people doing the business successfully. Long story short, she invested in the business partnership and became a business franchise owner. In January 2022, she launched her first business page embracing abundance globally. Soon after launching the business, she was able to travel back home to the Philippines to be with her mom. That business is life-changing. Imagine she juggled between jobs back to back for 16 years but could not afford to fly home to the Philippines. She ventured into dropshipping for almost 2 years but could not pass the research stage. But when she partnered in the global business community and invested in the business franchise, she has since started an online business that allows her to work remotely from home, while still providing care for her mother in the Philippines. In August 2022, she launched another business, Start to Succeed. Her social media online business soared, and now she is being followed by thousands of people worldwide. Now, her life is changing big because of her online business. Since becoming an online business owner, she has traveled more frequently in Canada and the Philippines and has future plans to travel in other countries. This inspiring story reminds us that we all have the power to change our lives and create opportunities for ourselves. Anything is possible with hard work, determination, and the right guidance. Start by believing in yourself and taking action. So, if you're feeling stuck or unfulfilled in your life, remember this story. And know that you have the power to create your own success narrative. Don't be afraid to dream big and take steps towards your dreams every day.